Hi there, it's Simone. I am going to film another ink swatch video. Let's try this without a voiceover again, and maybe I will not talk about all of those different tangents that I did this past video when I swatched Mitz's and Mari's inks. Today I am swatching inks that were sent by my friend Marilyn. She had reached out to me and asked me if I would like to try Pelikan Edelstein Rose Quartz and many others. She sent me a list and I was able to choose, and so she ended up sending me 11 inks. I'm going to swatch 7 today and then 3 to the next time I'm filming a video. Rose Quartz I already swatched and it is right down here. This is what the ink looks like, and even though I haven't put it in a pen yet, this ink appeals to me. It is similar to, Kobe Lamy Collaboration Light Rose that was sent to me by my friend Amy. I find they have similar properties. I think this one is a little bit more pink. Let me check if that comes across on video. Let me turn on my light so it's a tiny bit better here, lighter. You let me know if that is actually better lighting or worse. I'm still playing around with getting to know this lamp, but yeah, I feel these are very similar. So then I got those in August, end of July. And I'm finally taking the time, not getting around. I just didn't take the time to swatch the inks. I was so busy with all the other stuff that I just didn't get around to it. So I'm going to put 4 away. The rose quartz is going to go into my stash. And what I did last time is I decided to give away some of the inks that I'm not using. I'm not sure that is going to happen today because all of those are very, well, I picked them for one. And the other thing is that they are all sounding very interesting. She was able to send me 2 of the Waterman inks that I have been lusting after, or that I've been thinking about maybe investing in bottles. So she sent me 2 of those. Then she sent me one that I was really excited to try, Teranishi Gentle Green. I think I found a very inexpensive dupe for the Krishna Chennai that I have been very excited about last week, which was the Diamine Evergreen, but I'm really curious to see how this compares to Krishna Chennai and Diamine Evergreen. Let me check if I actually... Who gave that Chennai to me even? Oh yes, I think that was up here. It was on the bottom of one of those. Nope. 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 Yes. Okay. So definitely more blue than this, but if you look at these 2 squares, they are comparable. This one is a tiny bit more green than Chennai. So really curious to see how this is going to work out. And then I need some more of my hole reinforcements. These I purchased on Amazon. I think they were like $1.99 or so. What you need to make sure when you buy those is to not get the plastic ones. There is hole reinforcers. I think Avery sells them, or that's what came up to me and I ordered the wrong ones. The plastic is actually resisting the ink. So finally, let's start. Waterman Mysterious Blue is number 1. I told you I wasn't going to get into the topic that I talked about last week, but it just doesn't leave my head. So maybe I'll talk a little bit about it. What do you think? Okay, this is a very blue, this is very blue. A blue ink that is blue. It looks to me very like those blues that we would use when we went to school. At least those of us who went to a German school, we were required to use blue fountain pen ink. I don't even know if we were required to. That was just the standard. And there is stuff that is called Tintenlöscher. It's basically an eraser for blue fountain pen ink. It doesn't erase anything else, and it's some kind of chemical. You have a pen that is double-sided. One is the white tip that you can put onto the ink, and then that ink will disappear, and then you have basically just a what is that called? Now it left my mind. Felt tip pen, basically, that you could then use to write over the ink that you, or the spot that you erased the ink. And that was possible with the blue ink, none of the others. And so maybe it was required, maybe it was just convenient because that's the ink that everybody used. You were not allowed to use red because, you know, correction tape and stuff. No, correction pens. No. Okay, well, I'm just gonna go Mysterious Blue. This is not the order that I usually write it in. Usually I write the ink name, the ink brand, and then the ink name, and then I put A, B, C, and then A, B, C. What I can see under this lighting here is some, I did not expect this. There's some darker purples, and it looks a little bit greenish around here. So even though I'm not super amused about this ink, I will definitely put this ink into a fountain pen just to see what it looks like when it's less concentrated. Even though I can see the ink here, I can get an impression, it's still a huge difference. Waterman, let me just write, because you know, Mysterious Blue. It is still a huge difference what the ink then looks like coming out of a pen. There is so much to think about or to consider. The nib size, the flow of the wetness of the feed and nib, and the wetness of the ink. This looks like a fairly well-behaved ink, not very dry to my first impression, but you never know. So I don't know what I was expecting. Maybe a more blue-black ink than this. And then we have Waterman Harmonious Green. So I'm kind of disappointed by this ink, not because this ink is not what it promised to be, more like that I didn't really, I don't know what I was expecting. I just thought it was a really dark blue ink. And this is, to me, is not really dark. Mysterious Green is a very emeraldy green. I actually, okay, I might like this. This is also one that I want to use in a fountain pen. So in my last video, I decided to be more ruthless with my ink samples. By Ruthless, I mean I am just, when I swatch them and I feel like, nah, I don't think that I want to have this in a pen, then I'm just not putting it into my stash at all. I'm going to give it away right away, and that's exactly what I did. I contacted the winner through YouTube. So if you commented and on my last video, please check out the comment section and see if I replied to your comment, letting you know that you were the person receiving the ink. If I decide I want to keep and test out all of these inks, then I will go through and find 4 ink samples that I want to move along. Harmonious green. What does it say about me that I enjoy this ink more than this ink? I don't know. I'm curious if the same reasoning still stands, or my same impression still stands when I actually have it in a pen. ABC. Oh my goodness, cat. ABC. Okay, so we are 15 million minutes in, and I'm finally going to reference or start talking about what I alluded to earlier. So, well, first of all, I decided to be more ruthless because I feel like, or I don't know how to even describe what I'm feeling. I feel invigorated by 30 inks, 30 days, even though I was very exhausted at the end by doing a video for each day. It was a really nice way to experience inks very quickly and get a good feel for the ink, at least in one pen. I also am not sure that I want to continue, even though I really love that, and I haven't found a different solution yet. And maybe that's what brought all of that to me. This is also really nice. Yeah, I'm more infatuated with the harmonious green than I am with the mysterious blue, and I'm really glad I waited to purchase ink, because I think I would have purchased mysterious blue, and not sure that that's the way to go. Now I am very curious, very excited for Teranishi Gentle Green. Very excited. And I'm also really afraid that it's not going to be even close to what I hope it will be. Yeah, it's definitely bluer than the Evergreen from, oh yeah, okay, maybe this is a dupe. It feels less wet, but you know, I'm applying this with a cotton swab. This is not very scientific. Maybe I need to buy this ink as well. Maybe I need to buy Evergreen and Teranishi Gentle Green. I don't even know where to buy these inks though. Okay, and I made a promise to my Discord server already. I have a card. So we're in the middle of October. I have not received YouTube payouts. Usually come out at around the 20th. Let's just say, put it this way, around the 20th of each month for the previous month. So I have not received my YouTube payout for September. And I have plans for that. And that is the last purchase. I'm afraid, really afraid. That is the last purchase that I'm going to do in 2023. So you will see this after I have made that purchase and after I'm well into the struggle.
Teranishi.
So I'm well into the struggle of resisting. That means I won't be able to make a purchase on Fountain Pen Day. I will not be able to participate in Black Friday. Oh my God. Did I think this through? I don't know. I'm not 100% sure. But I have announced it, and now I'm announcing it on YouTube. So my husband just texted me. Where was I? Yeah. I'm really, if I think about it in a rational way, then I have purchased so many. Oh, I need to write. That's why I'm so slow in talking. Gentle green. So many things in the past 3 months that I still need to explore and I still need to get to know better. But I haven't had the full time to actually do that yet, because there's always new things. I participated in 30 Inks 30 days. And if I want to explore a pen and ink combination, I do still need more than just one single day. I have realized that it's a good first impression. It's a bigger first impression than just this, but I want to write on different papers. I want to write. Probably you know, but I have come to the same pen with the same ink on the same paper feels different on a different day, when I'm in a different mood, at a different point of day I'm writing with, when I'm not sitting on the couch but I'm sitting at the desk. All of those things, to get to know a pen better, just take quite a lot of time. And yeah, maybe I'm overthinking all the things, and maybe I am exploring too much, but that's what brings me joy. And by bringing in so many more new things, I'm not giving myself the opportunity to do that, which, that's not to say that somebody else isn't allowed to get more things. That's just what I have found for myself. It feels to me that I'm often going through a phase of acquisition, and I'm acquiring not just one thing, but multiple things. And then I'm going through a phase of exploration. And when I'm done with that phase of exploration, then I often know exactly what I can let go. So I sold quite a lot of pens in April of 2023. Then again, I sold quite a few things I opened, and now I'm just closed it. Now I'm opening it again. And then I sold, oh, wow. Is this one? Yes. Then I sold quite a few things in July, just before, or beginning of August, just before the San Francisco Pen Show. Of course, that was also to supplement my budget so I would be able to spend money. I had plans to buy things that were expensive, so I needed some funds. I like this. This is a really interesting ink. And so sometimes it's really hard for me after a season of spending to stop. And the only way that I have found to be quite effective to stop is basically going cold turkey and just deciding not to spend money. That's much easier for me than to say, oh, I am just going to spend such and such amount, or I'm just going to buy this, but then this also looks super interesting. So I tend to work best with, okay, you're allowed to spend the budget that you have, and then also to say, no, you're not allowed to spend anything at all. Linen toolbar. I like how this goes on the paper. Wenchan Puchong tea. I don't know if that is pronounced correctly, but this is how it's spelled. Wenchan Puchong. If you know how to pronounce it, then I would love to hear the correct pronunciation. ABC. And so that's what I promised my friends. Where was I? Yes. So I'm going to go cold turkey with the spending. I probably, when you see this, I'm already in that phase, and I already placed my last order of the year 2023. And I think it's going to be okay. I really enjoy seeing what other people get, and I do have linen toolbar. I do have so many things that I want to explore more. I want to explore. Maybe I need to add this though. Maybe I need to buy this like right when I'm done with the video, because this ink it's even better than Evergreen, I feel. I'm gonna pull out the card for Evergreen. I haven't found Krishna though. Let me check that for that too. I will have to stop the video then when I'm done and then come back. Wenchan Puchong tea. And so okay, I guess you will have seen, I don't know when these videos come out. I'm planning on releasing them 1 week after the other on Wednesdays. So I have since August, let me count. At the pen show, I purchased 3 pens. I got 2 loaner pens. I purchased 1 pen. I purchased another pen, and I purchased another pen. So I think 8 pens since the San Francisco Pen Show, during and after the San Francisco Pen Show. That's quite a lot. And I really want to have the opportunity and the chance to explore those items more. For instance, my friend loaned me a Sailor King of Pens that she would be willing to sell, or she wants to sell. That's why she was so willingly loaning that to me. And if I want to, I can purchase it from her. But I really, now that I do have the opportunity to try that pen, I want to not just try it with one ink and say, okay, I'll get it, or no, that's not for me. I want to explore. I want to see how it performs with inks that I know already, that I know well already, so that I can say, yes, this pen is for me, or no, this pen isn't for me. I will then have the opportunity to test. She also loaned me a Sailor Pro Gear with a medium fine nib. I already have a Sailor Pro Gear Slim with a medium fine nib that has 14 karat gold nib. I will, by the time that you see this video, or before the end of the year, I will have a Sailor Pro Gear Slim with a 21 karat gold nib in medium fine, and I want to explore that as well. I want to compare if you saw my videos in October, then you saw that I talked about how I find the 21 karat gold nib on the Pro Gear a lot more bouncier than the, I forgot this again. Shit. So you saw that, and I compared the pens, I used them, but the ink that I used, it was really wet ink, KWZ Honey, but it's a scented ink, and I just could not live with that scent. I thought I would be able to, I would be okay, but actually I'm not. It's not a chemical smell. It smells like vanilla, and it's sweet, and it's not really bad. It doesn't give me any headaches, but I just could not stand that super sweet vanilla smell, a scent. And so I uninked both pens. And now I'm like, what other ink that is not super wet, but that is not as, that is also isn't super dry, could I put into all three of those pens to compare them again and see, does it make it, what is the bounciness? What makes it bouncy? Is it the bigger nib size? Because Pro Gears have bigger nibs than Pro Gear Slims. So is that the reason why I like that pen better, or that nib better? Or is the Pro Gear Slim, the 21 karat, does that make it more bouncy? Is it a similar experience to the Pro Gear? Or how is that going to work out? You can see I'm very passionate about that. Let me write Diamine November Rain. I think this is a German exclusive ink, if I'm not mistaken, because it's a heavy sheening ink, and this title is a Guns N' Roses title. Have I ever told that fun fact about myself? I went to a Metallica concert in 1991 with my friend, who was super tiny, and we were in the pit, and she was too tiny, so I had to pull her out, and we watched from the sidelines then. That was us. I was 16, she was 15. Diamine. November Rain. And of course we did not go with our parents, because that's not something you do in Germany, at least not at that time. That wasn't the thing. Even though even though I'm slowly getting my way into appreciating sheening inks, I think this one isn't for me, so I'm definitely going to give this one away. It's a lovely green shade. I don't know why I asked Marilyn to send this to me, because in the Inkvent calendar 2021, there was Black Ivy that was very similar. It was overpowered by sheen, and I just don't enjoy that ink at all. Yeah, so that's things that I would like to explore more. And without giving myself that, putting the stop to the purchases, it's really hard for me not to get caught up in the frenzy of acquiring new things. And so by saying, well, I am going to be accountable to you, my friends, on Discord, and I'm saying that, nope, I am not going to buy anything new for the rest of 2023. That is helping me a lot. Okay, this I like. So, but in order to be able to actually get there and not get outside of that, break my own rules, I need to tweak this a little and buy this like the minute I stop filming. Which is not tweaking the rules, it's just stupid. But that's okay. Sometimes you need to be childish as well. So, where was I with my narration? Yes, so that's something that is coming up for me. And also then I'm also getting the ink vent. That's 25 more inks. So there's not really a reason for me to buy things because I have so many new things. And there's a cat coming close. Ah, stop. Nee, geh mal bitte außen rum. Hier, ja. Gut, super, prima. Brava Karte. Nee. Oh. And this ink miser was still filled with ink. You need to stay away. Okay. So what do we think about this ink? I like this. I like this a lot. And this is also drying greener than it goes down. What is wrong? What is up with these inks? Seem to be on a teal ink spree that is not teal. Don't know. Do you have Pilot Iroshizuku Shoro? Let me know what you think of it. Where did I put the thing? Oh, now I don't remember. Please, cat. I don't think I can use this anymore. I'm just going to use a new one. So, cat, you are intruding and I can't really have you here right now. So that's what I'm planning on doing for the rest of the year. Yes, I'm getting the Inkvent calendar, which I really enjoyed inking up my pens with the ink samples that I used in September. It was a really good, I said that before, Iroshizuku Shioro, and then ABC and ABC. So this definitely goes onto my wish list. I don't know, maybe this sample is enough. We will figure it out when we get there. So I'm planning on actually doing that again in December. So that again, yes, of course, I can fill the pens that I want to explore with inks from that Inkvent. But it also kind of gives me maybe I shouldn't do it because I feel kind of pressured to explore a lot more before that. I'll figure it out. But my idea at the moment, Shizuku, is to do a regular exploratory, currently inked thing in November. Maybe I'm just going to do a every other week thing. Like, okay, here is what I am exploring right now. Here is what was inked. This is what I found. Because I don't want to, I say this all the time, I don't want to make YouTube rule how I ink and do my fountain pens. I want YouTube to participate and observe what I do with my fountain pens and not make YouTube the ruler of the way that I do things. And that's how I'm currently, maybe that's what was the problem with me last week. I'm still in the process of figuring out what exactly that means. Oh, my child is home and thinks I'm talking to him, but that is not the case. And so, where was I? Yeah, maybe I'm just going to be this every 2 weeks every 3 weeks, maybe every 3 weeks. Here is an update on the inks that I had in my pens. This did not work, so I uninked it like right away. This worked, so I'm still using it. I already put this ink into a different pen. Maybe that's the way I should be going instead of here is my currently inked for the month. But actually my month is only a week long. So yeah, that's where I am right now. And this also brings along the question of how I document that in my notebooks. And I purchased a Hobonichi Hon. I think you already saw the unboxing for that if you watched it. And I'm currently thinking that that's too small for the things that I want to do. But then again, I don't know that A5 is the right size for that either. So now what size do I use? I purchased the Hone because of the bound book, but I actually don't even think I need a planner per se. I don't need dates on these things. So yeah, so I'm in that phase again, and it's the end of October, probably middle of November when you see this, and I feel like this is always what ends up happening. And last year, I think I didn't even purchase from Hobonichi because I already knew that that was going to happen. So I decided I'm just not going to buy things in September when I think I have it figured out, but I don't. Scribo. Verde Mediterraneo. Scribo. Oh, and also let me know, but these videos will be really long if I do that. I haven't done that recently because I feel like these videos are so long. Do you need me to pull out inks that look similar, or because I think this looks very similar to Lamy Tourmaline, or do I just pull out the ones that I think might look similar? So maybe that's the reason why I'm so I'm not unhappy. Mediterraneo. But I feel like I'm kind of lost and I don't really know my way at the moment. Mediterraneo. Because I haven't figured it all out yet. And I don't have to have it figured out all yet. But it sure gives me a false sense of security when I think I do. All right. I will pick out some inks and colors for you to check out. And I would love to know if you think that the lighting in this video is good or not. I'll be back. Okay, so I am back with these 3 inks. I know. And these are all very similar. I feel like the Gentle Green is the most similar. My friend Casey sent me Tachia Sabi Midori. I can't wait to test that one as well. But this is very, very close. I feel like the only thing that is missing a bit is the sheen on that one. But the Diamine Evergreen is a little bit greener. It has a more green base to begin with. Let us check out the ink down here. So this is Krishna Chennai. This is Teranishi Guitar Gentle Green. I like, see, even with where the ink pools, it is very, very similar. And then we have the Evergreen is a little bit more green in general, but I like that one as well. So I also pulled out Lamy Tourmaline just to be able to, no, that's Harmonious Green. That's not what I was talking about. But I just see that Pannonia Cheerio Water Buzz is very similar to this, at least in the base color. It does have the pigmentation. Where was Lamy Tourmaline? Here. I said that Scribo Verde Mediterraneo looked very similar to Lamy Tourmaline, but that is absolutely not true. I actually think that besides this one on the mixed media paper drying more green than on Tomoe River paper, I'm now curious to see what this looks like then on Sanzen Tomoe River paper. This one is 52 GSM original Tomoe River paper. These look very similar. I think this has a little bit more green in the base. This one is really nice. I am extremely happy with this whole, let me get that full in frame, with this whole sampling. I mean, I picked those, so I of course you would expect that I pick inks that I'm curious to try. I want to try all of those in my fountain pens except for Diamine November Rain. If you would like to try that, plus 3 more from my stash that I will need to pick out right now. I have Colorverse Cat. I have Krishna Sailor's Blue. There's not a lot of inks left. And then these are duplicates of inks that I already own. This one is Diamine Communication Breakdown, and this one is Pelikan Edelstein. So I'm going to send 5 to a commenter down here. Please say in the comments if you just comment because you want to, or if you would like to receive the inks, so that I can pick someone next week to send those to. I will reply to your comment if you're the lucky winner, and we can then communicate via email. Alrighty, thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you soon. Until then, bye.